We're making one of my favorite, really easy, the easiest recipe to make when I have fresh truffles. I even made you a song. Truffle toast, can't be beat. It's the ridiculously indulgent, slightly expensive warm toast with the truffle treat. Little Cocoa Wheats reference there for you kids from the 80s and 90s. And I'm going to show you two different ways to make this toast. We have one with burrata, they're both super easy, and then another one with leeks that's a little bit more involved. First, the burrata. I'm going to toast some bread. Just spread it with a little bit of butter and toast it in a pan. You want to use a pan because it's going to make the toast firm, but you could also grill it too, because we're going to rub about half of a small clove of garlic into the bread, just like if you're going to make bruschetta, because truffles love alliums. Now take the burrata out. This is, if you haven't had it, this is like mozzarella of the gods. It's mozzarella filled with mozzarella that's diced and heavy cream. And Trader Joe's has a nice like $5 little thing of burrata. You can get water buffalo burrata. That's a lot more expensive. No one is going to know the difference if you use a $5 thing of burrata. I don't usually use truffle salt, but some companies sent me some, and this was a decent way to use it. We're going to put like 3 slices of burrata on there. Then I'll put a little chive, and then we're just going to shave some fresh truffles on it. You could also use truffles that you've preserved in oil. Those work really good too. And I'm going to garnish mine with some oil that I've had truffles sitting in. I do not use commercial truffle oil because that tastes like Axe body spray to me. A little bit of extra salt if you need. And that's it. So good, so clean, such a nice pure representation of whatever type of truffle that you're using. Okay, truffle toast with leeks. We're going to make these kind of creamy melted leeks that you use as a spread, and leeks are really good here because they're super mild and they're submissive, and that really lets the truffle shine. You do not want to use a lot of ingredients with whatever you're making when you're cooking with truffles. We're going to cut the leeks in half, and we're going to leave the root ends whole, or not cut the root ends off so that they stay together. And then we're basically going to cut the leeks into 1/4-inch dice. Once the leeks are cut, we're going to cut them into 1/4-inch dice. Super simple. You could also mince them. So basically, we just don't want any long, stringy leeks. Then we're going to put them into a pot, and we'll add a little bit of oil. And now we need to cook the leeks until they're translucent so that they don't taste raw. So sweat them with a little bit of oil. And when they kind of look like that, they'll give off a little bit of liquid. We're going to deglaze the pan with a little bit of dry white wine. Then we're going to cook that off, keep cooking that, and then we'll add a little bit of chicken stock. You can see this is homemade chicken stock. It's a little gelatinized. I love that. That'll also help it set and be nice and extra spreadable and make it so that there's no, kind of leftover water in there. Now cook the pan until it's basically dry. Let them cool. And then we're basically making a little leek spread. I'm going to add just a little bit of ricotta cheese. You could just do straight leeks, but truffles also love dairy too. So the ricotta here, and I'll add a little bit of Parmesan or pecorino if I want. The ricotta just helps it be nice and spreadable, and truffles just love dairy. Remember, we want it really nice and mild. So you wouldn't want to add like blue cheese or something here. That would actually ruin it. Super mild. Like the truffles have to be able to really steal the show. Make that into a spread. Then, same thing as before, we'll take our buttered bread, cook that in a pan until it's firm enough and brown enough where we can spread something on it. And for this one, instead of garlic, I'm going to put a little bit of truffle butter. So we just put some slices on there that'll kind of melt right into the bread. And even if it doesn't melt, it's fine. I like to eat truffle butter just like you can serve it like cheese. It might weird some people out at first, but then they'll taste it and they'll be like, oh my God, this is incredible. Put a nice thin layer of the leeks on there. And then to make it easier to eat, we're going to cut these into triangles so that everybody gets, one piece. Then we'll have our truffle slicer, and this is an A-grade tuber brumale, so you can see that the truffle is much larger. It also has a slightly stronger aroma, but you get these nice, really nice big rounds. Just look at that. There's something so pleasing about the inside, the gleba, and all the little veins in there. And there you go. Simple, truffle toast with burrata, and a truffle toast with leeks. The full recipes are on my website. There's a link at the top of the video description for that. Thanks for watching.